Well, hey there, welcome. I'm Shauna, and you have stumbled upon Witchcraft Now. Hey there! Okay, so somehow or another, I managed to get my hands on the Stranger Things tarot deck before its official release. Magic.com is freaking awesome, and I get these emails occasionally that let me know when things are there that technically aren't released yet. So on Amazon, this doesn't release until like the end of August. I've looked and looked and looked, and I haven't found anybody yet that has this. I'm pretty darn stoked because I love Stranger Things so much. That said, I have still yet to finish watching the last season. So I need to get on that because I have been doing other things. I have been a little preoccupied with other things in life lately. Obviously, I've been slacking on my YouTube. That will be explained in a different video. But for this one, I want to dive right in and see what we have because I have heard contradicting things about this brand, like this Insight Editions in and of itself, like they rush things and, you know, sometimes it's pips from what I understand from the other tarot videos that I have watched. This is written by Casey Yelly, illustrated by Sandor Zale. I know I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry. I apologize to whomever you are. Plain gray on the inside of the box. Nice sturdy box though. Okay, here's our guidebook. Let's see what we have here. Obviously our major arcana. Alright, I'm going to skip through this. I don't want to look at all the cards through here. We have strands. It appears as though the suits are renamed. Okay, the minor arcana explained. The suit of strands is connected to the element of fire, otherwise known in other decks as the wands. Okay. The suit of scoops corresponds to the suit of pentacles, which that seems a little strange. I would have assumed that would be cups, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. So scoops are pentacles, which relates to the element of earth. The suit of dice corresponds to the suit of swords. Yeah, this is going to take some getting used to. Air, ruling over the intellect. The suit of spokes corresponds with the suit of cups, aligned with the element of water. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to read through all of this because that doesn't really make much sense to me, but that's all right. See if there's anything else going on in here. Tarot readings. Ah, yes, we have some spreads in the back. New in town. How will I use this deck? How will this deck challenge me? A curiosity voyage. Out of that cave. So there's 3. Power surge. 4. Okay, so we have 4 spreads about the author, about the illustrator. Okay, simple, straightforward, to the point. Now, let's get into the deck. I am so excited right now. I cannot even hardly stand myself. Oh, yay. All right. Okay. So it's not wands and swords and cups and pentacles or coins or anything like that. So that's going to be an adjustment for me because I'm still learning. I am still struggling with the court cards. I'm on the hunt for a deck that is going to help me with that, and I'm hoping that this might be one. I don't know for sure. Game of Thrones Tarot is also on my list. So if this one isn't the one, then I definitely want to get my hands on that. So here we have our full. The Magician. I hope I'm zoomed in enough to where you guys can see. Let me adjust this a little bit. I want you guys to be able to see what's happening over here. Of course, our high priestess would be L. Oh yeah. The Empress and the Emperor make perfect sense to me. I love him. And our lovers. The Chariot. I can see her as strength. I might have made a different choice for the Hermit, but that's just me. The Ego is the Wheel of Fortune. That's just great. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Oh. Temperance. The Devil. That's very fitting. The Tower. It's a great tower. Star. The Moon. The Sun. I love him. Judgment. And the World. Okay, so here we are getting into our minors, and I've already forgotten what the suits, what elements the suits represent. So that being said, we're going to go over here to our suit of dice corresponds with swords and the element of air. I'm going to have to do a little more research on that because that kind of doesn't really make sense to me. Okay, so if that's the Queen and then the King comes in after, maybe they're out of order, I don't know. Knight. Page. Yeah, I don't necessarily know that this is going to help me to understand the quartz any better than I already do. I will study it. 10 of dice. 9 of dice. 8. See, that doesn't look like a dice to me. It looks like a big rock they're standing on. I'm perplexed. 7. Yeah, I'm gonna have to study this. Here there be monsters. 6. 5. See, some of these are like Pippish, and then some of them aren't. And I'm confused about what is actually happening in the card. Like, because here we have fire, right? 4 of dice, which is supposed to be represented by swords, but I see fire. And these rocks, which look like earth to me, so I don't understand. Definitely gonna have to read the book. Maybe it'll make more sense. If it does, I'll come back and try to review this later on, if I do gain any new understanding about it. Because right now I'm not getting it. Oh, look, there's an actual something that looks like a dice. And the rest of them just look like flat rocks. I'm perplexed. And again, with the queen coming in before the king. So maybe it's supposed to be that way in this deck. Yeah, this is going to involve some study. Okay. Queen of Scoops. And our scoops are like pentacles. They're represented by earth. Okay. I love her. She's one of my favorites. It's like, give me my ice cream right now. Nine. 8. Yeah, very Pippish. As a beginner, or not necessarily a beginner, but somebody who's actually learning finally. I've been collecting and messing with tarot for several years, but I'm just now learning the tarot, like actually forming an understanding of it to the point where I actually have an opinion to give. I don't necessarily know that I would suggest this for other beginners. The Ace of Scoops. That whole thing was very Pippish. Okay, now we're into strands. And again, with the queen coming before the king. So strands were wands. Okay, well, they're lights. Wands. I can make sense of that. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Okay, he's the pizza delivery guy. Ten. 9. 8 and 7. I find it odd how some of them, like, there's a couple in the minors that I can see. I can understand that. But then there's way more just basic pips than the scenery. So it kind of doesn't make sense. Like this one I can make sense. It's 4 of Wands. But 4 of Wands is more of like a celebration type of a thing. That doesn't necessarily represent celebration to me. However, it's my understanding that like pip decks are usually Marseille decks, right? Technically, And I don't know the Marseille system. So are these Insight editions supposed to be like more Marseille type decks with different meanings than the RWS? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. That's something else that I should probably look into, because maybe that's something else that I should know going in, if it's going to have different meanings along with different suit names. Okay, so now we're into spokes, which is the element of water. Bicycle spokes don't necessarily speak water to me, but it's feelings, so emotions, that sort of thing. So movement. Okay, I get that. Bicycle, movement. Okay, I can get that. Again, the queen before the king. I like that one. Nice shiny new bicycle. That one's like a cloud that's made to look like a bicycle wheel. Which is generally supposed to represent choices in the suit of cups, so I'm perplexed by that. Again, some of these I get, most of them I don't. There's only a few that I actually understand from the minors. There's our 3. Two. And the ace. Okay, so there we have the Stranger Things tarot deck. Let me know down below if you understood any of these better than I do. That would be great. If you have any insight or know anything about this Insight Editions brand in general, because this is actually my first deck from them. So I don't really have anything else to compare it to in regards to what they normally produce. Yeah, that would be beneficial. Like, is it supposed to be a Marseille deck? Is it supposed to be based more on the RWS system? Like, what is it? Is it a system in and of itself? Like, it's probably something that should be addressed in the guidebook. However, just the first glance, I didn't see anything about that. But assumably, I will understand a little bit by reading through it. I'm curious as to what you think. It will be very helpful if you had any advice to give on this brand. I do have several other videos to record. I have boxes piling up on the guest room bed in there that I have to get to. And other videos to actually put up. So, in the meantime, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.